Donald Trump's holiday season just got even uglier because the woman who knows his darkest secrets is suddenly living in comfort while millions of Americans suffer under his shutdown. That's right, Ghislaine Maxwell, convicted of child sex trafficking, is reportedly enjoying life in prison like she's at a luxury retreat. And yes, that's thanks to the same Justice Department that once bent the rules for Donald Trump and his allies. As families line up at food banks and the middle class scrambles to pay bills, the woman at the center of the Epstein scandal is bragging about her fantastic new life, all while Trump pretends he doesn't know a thing. To understand how we got here, let's rewind to when Trump's administration first started quietly pulling strings on Maxwell's behalf.
Frustration and anger this morning from the victims of convicted sex traffickers Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. The Trump administration has transferred Maxwell to a different prison without alerting Maxwell's victims. The family of one victim calls it an outrage and inappropriate leniency for Maxwell, who they fear might soon secure a presidential pardon.
Even back then, survivors saw the writing on the wall. Trump was preparing a soft landing for someone who could expose his secrets. When reporters pressed Trump about a possible pardon for Maxwell, he didn't bluster like he usually does. He froze.
That means her only chance of getting out of prison is a pardon from you. Is that something you're...
Who are we talking about?
Ghislaine Maxwell.
I'd have to take a look at it. I have a lot of people have asked me for pardons.
But she was convicted of child trafficking.
This is classic Trump, pretending not to know, deflecting, buying time. But he couldn't resist adding that he'd ask DOJ, the same DOJ that routinely bent the law to shield his allies.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to take a look at it. I'd have to ask DOJ.
He never asks the Department of Justice when it comes to pardoning his cronies, only when it involves someone who knows where the bodies are buried. And the people who suffered because of Maxwell's crimes haven't stayed silent.
Maxwell were to receive a pardon at some point, what would that mean for you?
It would unwind everything that my sister and all the survivors fought for. It would be a disgrace of justice.
You just watched it. You just heard it. You can hear the pain, the victims, their families, they are still enduring from Epstein's crimes. Just moments ago, we got this statement from an attorney for numerous victims and survivors on the release today of the transcripts of Ghislaine Maxwell's interview with Deputy AG Todd Blanche. Quote, Ghislaine Maxwell was federally indicted on 2 perjury counts as a result of her testimony during her civil deposition. Having been convicted of trafficking, she is now in jail, presumably hoping that she will receive a pardon from President Trump.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to take a look at it. I'd have to ask DOJ.
Those words, a disgrace of justice, echo across every courtroom, every headline. Because while victims live with trauma, Maxwell now enjoys a life that looks more like a reward than a punishment. Here's where things get truly grotesque. Recently, NBC News obtained letters and communications from inside Maxwell's facility showing she's thrilled about her new living conditions. In her own words, she called it fantastic, describing how she feels safe, happy, and comfortable in her new environment. Multiple sources confirm she's been relocated to a minimum security prison in Texas, a move that raised eyebrows because it broke DOJ protocol for someone convicted of such serious crimes. Inmates inside describe her setup as VIP treatment. She gets her own food prepared separately, her own protected area, and even access to staff support, unusual for someone in her position. And just to top it off, reports claim that the prison warden and her legal team work together to expedite filings to the Supreme Court on her behalf, a courtesy most inmates could only dream of. Legal experts have called that level of cooperation unheard of and deeply inappropriate. So let's recap. A convicted trafficker connected to Trump's social circle gets quietly moved to a safer, cozier facility, enjoys special privileges other inmates never receive, and thanks Trump's Justice Department in letters calling it fantastic. Meanwhile, the victims call it what it is, an insult to justice. This isn't just about Ghislaine Maxwell. It's about how Trump weaponized government power to protect anyone who could protect him. When regular Americans get caught in the system, they're chewed up and forgotten. But when it's someone with dirt on Trump, suddenly the rules bend, the prisons soften, and the doors open. This is the rot of Trumpism, corruption dressed as loyalty, injustice dressed as privilege. While Trump lets 40 million Americans go hungry during his shutdown, the woman at the center of one of America's darkest scandals is writing letters about how fantastic her life is. That's the world Donald Trump built, one where the rich and connected never pay the price, and the victims of their crimes are forced to relive their trauma every day. Maxwell's comfort isn't just a moral outrage, it's a political mirror. It reflects a Republican Party that protects predators and punishes survivors. And if justice still means anything in this country, it's time to shatter that mirror before Trump and his allies do it again. If you believe justice shouldn't be reserved for the powerful, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and drop a comment below. Do you think Ghislaine Maxwell's treatment reveals Trump's fear or his corruption? Let's talk about it. And remember, accountability doesn't end when the cameras stop rolling.